And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks, and it's good to be back with you. And I'm so glad we've almost got spring weather instead of that 90-plus weather we were having last week. So I don't know about y'all, but 89 doesn't sound quite as bad as 94. So we have a good show for you today and a lot of information for you. And I want to welcome Doug Kaywood and Joe McCullough, and they're here with Trek Through Truth, which I think is an awesome project. And I just think for y'all to have bit this off and say, we can make this happen. I'm all for you guys. I'm all for you. So just first of all, tell us what Trek Through Truth is.
All right.
Tongue twister, apparently.
It is for me. Thank you.
Trek Through Truth is a new children's museum for Cleveland that we're developing that has 52 accounts of the Bible told through interactive exhibits, art, music, drama, technology, that really brings the stories to life for the kids. We're really the only one in the nation that's focused on the Bible. Of all the children's museums, there's over 300, and we'll be the only one and be right here in Cleveland.
And that's fantastic. Now, I know we don't have a building yet, but do you have a location? Do you have ground for it?
We have done due diligence on 2 different sites, and one of those we are almost at the point to start doing negotiations on. So we're very excited.
Okay.
We've done a site plan on it. It's about 58 acres, so it has a lot of expansion room, a lot of room for trails, outdoor exhibits, and things like that. So we're really excited about it and hope it becomes the site.
Fantastic. And like I say, I just think it's awesome that you guys have said we're going to do this, because that's not like building a doghouse.
It is not.
No,
it has grown.
Because I could build a doghouse, but I cannot build this. But now Doug is an architect, so that will help as we get into this. So Joe is the artist. So tell us a little bit about what we're going to do once we get inside. Once we get the building built, we get inside.
Absolutely. So the goal is that we interact with the Bible in a very new way, very different way. It's great to hear stories. It's great to read those stories. It's great to understand those. But if you can experience them, if you can walk through the Red Sea with Moses and the Israelites.
Wow.
And so the exhibits themselves are a way to sort of kind of pull the curtain back on what this experience might have been like. Of course, we can't go to Israel. We can't do this on a grand scale. So we're just going to give everybody a taste using the 5 senses, really introducing taste, touch, sight, sound, all the things that kind of tickle the senses and leave a person wondering, what's the rest of the story?
Wow, that is awesome. So I think we have some slides. Alex, do we have some slides to show? Okay, so the first slide that's up there, what is this going to be?
We're looking at an exhibit where we might learn about how water flows. So some of the things that we can do here is not only take the Bible and bring it to life interactively, but we can also use this as an educational component for schools, for field trips. So if you're going to learn about water flow, let's learn about water flow in the Nile River. And so there might be some fun characters for kids to interact with. There'll be a way they can take a basket and drop it into the water and watch how it flows and moves around the space. There will be a lot of opportunities for both educational and education in the Bible literacy.
Fantastic. Okay, Alex, show us the next slide, please.
This is one of our favorite concepts and exhibits. So what we're looking at is a 2-level space. The left-hand side is an aquarium with live fish.
Oh, wow.
The right-hand side is a mosaic wall with a projector pushing images onto a water curtain. So there's actually water flowing down the mosaic wall. You can run your hand across it and feel the water as you walk by. The floor is squishy, just like the bottom of a sea or a river would be. And as you're walking through, you're hearing the sounds. What it would feel like to be walking on the dry land of an ocean. And so part of this is just an awe and a wonder, a sense of, wow, that's big. And the large size of it helps a person go back and read the story and really dig into it and get to know it better.
That's fascinating. I mean, that's just, I know I live on the river, so when I go in the water, it is squishy. It's usually mud between my toes, but you're probably not going to have mud between your toes, but you're going to have it squishy. So, okay, Alex, what's the next one? Oh, this looks interesting.
So we know we have to have some spaces like a bookstore, some cafes, restrooms. A marketplace, right. Yes. So instead of having just the ordinary things kind of look ordinary, we're going to make everything immersively thematic. So if you go to a theme park or a place where you expect to kind of get immersed into a world, everything kind of fits that world.
Yes.
So we want to do the same thing. Once you walk in the front doors, you are in this Bible trek. You are in this adventure. So this space might have a market to the left, bathrooms to the right, other restaurants or bookstores, but very thematically based.
I think that is awesome. And I recognized right off, I thought what you were doing with that. I thought, well, gee, we're going to have a marketplace in there. Of course, we did.
Yes,
they had all kinds of marketplaces.
And we actually have 15 students in Israel right now with Lee University collecting artifacts that they're doing an archaeological dig. And they've done that the past 2 summers, and they're bringing back all those. So we'll have those elements that will be part of this as well. So they're actual artifacts as part of the build.
So you're going to have maybe a museum inside the museum
Right.
with artifacts. Okay, Alex, what's the next one? Oh, I recognize that Bible story. Yes, so tell us about that.
Yeah, so Goliath, everybody knows the story of Goliath and David, but when you really compare the size difference between the child and the size of this giant, in a real form, not just a story, not just imagination, but you see the size of that giant standing there, it really brings it alive. We will. This, of course, is just a snippet of an exhibit. We'll probably tell the story of Goliath and David and the triumph that happened there, but we also have this photo opportunity. So the actual giant will be sculpted and built so that families can stand around him and do a photo with him.
How neat. And he was a big booger, wasn't he?
He was a big guy.
Golly, bub. Okay, Alex, I think we got one more. Oh, this one I love.
Yes. So so I'm just going to say the Zacchaeus story
Yes.
kind of reads fast. You can get through it and say, okay, check it off the list. I know Zacchaeus. But we want to interact with the story on a deeper level. So kids might be playing in a tree house that's called Zach's Place.
I love that.
Even though that's not necessarily in the story, now we're going to take it and make it relative to a child in their world. So as they play in that tree, they might find carvings inside the tree that say Zach was here. They might have some other interactions with it that, again, when they go back and hear that story again, they now have a memory of not just knowing the story, but of interacting with the story.
And that is so awesome because it looks like you've got a slide. Looks like you've got a little tree house, a porch up there that they can come on. And I just think that's awesome. Now, about how big will that tree be, roughly?
If we really get to do this the way we want to do it, we're looking at a 25-foot tree.
Wow.
So that we can create the 2 levels, and we might have a cafe around it so parents can sit and enjoy and have a snack, have a coffee or a drink while their kids are playing in the playground.
And we'll call that the best babysitter in the world.
That's
right
right.
there. Just that's okay. Is that all of? Is there anything else? That's
no,
it.
that's the slides we've
Okay.
got today.
All right, Alex. Thank you. So this is just enough to whet our appetite.
Correct.
And I just think it's awesome. So y'all are paying for this out of your own pocket.
No, we're a 501c3 nonprofit.
That's great.
So all of the funding for this will be coming from individuals, families, churches, businesses. We have one local civic club that's already made is sponsoring a part of one of the exhibits. That one's been partially developed, and the Lions Club, we're appreciative of them for that.
Oh, great.
So that one's in process. So we hope other civic clubs will get involved, churches will get involved. There's 52 exhibits, so either sponsoring an exhibit or co-sponsoring with another 2 churches together, for instance. So there's lots of opportunities of ways that you can give and be a part of
I
the
think
project.
that's awesome. So they can sponsor an exhibit or co-sponsor, like you
Right.
said, or then you all are just going to take donations, or like will you have kind of like the museum did, the Copper Path or something? Will you have a way to recognize donors?
There will be, and it will be more of a unique or child-friendly
good.
type way of doing that. So it won't be with typical bricks or things like that. So we'll leave that one for a little curiosity of how that one will turn
Fine, I'll
out.
bring y'all back and you can bring me some more slides and show me what that's going to be. So,
I'll tell you this, Nancy. The challenge we've given ourselves is that everything about this should be creative in
Yes.
everything that we do, even in how we display the donors. Because we're walking into a space that we're saying God is a great, big, creative, wonderful God. And so everything we do has to honor that creativity.
I think that's awesome.
And we
I
have hundreds
really
of
do.
donors so far, looking for more. We go into churches almost every Sunday. I'm going to different churches in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Ottawa, Athens. So if there's churches that you would like a presentation about the project, we'd be glad to do that on a Sunday or Wednesday night. So if you just contact our development office, we can do that.
Do you have a website and a Facebook?
We do. It's www.trekthroughtruth.com. That's THRU for through. And our office is downtown next to where the Spot restaurant was. And we also have a very active Facebook page that has live
Good.
updates 2 or 3 times a week at least, as far as where we're at in the design process and new things that are coming.
I
So-
think that's fantastic because I know you have been to some churches and to some civic organizations. So if anybody's looking for a speaker,
Yes.
I may be looking for one of those one of these days. I just got this thing that said, Nancy, you're supposed to bring a speaker to but I said, not yet. I'm not ready. It's a new group I've joined, so like I need to join something else. But anyway, but you all are taking donations, and they are tax deductible.
They are.
Okay.
We are a 501c3, so it's fully tax deductible to the extent that you can, depending on the percentage. Usually
Right.
it's almost 100%.
Right,
So
and the IRS, they have their little rules. And you all have a board already?
we do. We currently have a 10-person board, and we are looking to expand that to 15 as we're in the midst of our capital campaign now. So we have 5 additional positions. So if there's interest by children's directors or any profession that wants to join in this vision, we'd be glad to talk with you if you're interested.
I think that's great. And Joe, you being the artist, and I love the things Joe, he's so creative and does so many neat things. So, yeah, I don't want you to give away any secrets, but like that tree, it will be made out of,
Durable materials.
okay.
I really
that's
don't want to
good.
give it away.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine.
It's not a secret. It's not a mystery. We're going to make it so it's structural. So everything that we build will have to pass a structural board. An engineer will have to sign off on it. That's a little different. If you know me and you know the other things that I make, they're usually facades or backdrops.
Yeah.
Or they're things you look at, not necessarily climb on. So in this case, we're going to have to partner with additional teams that understand play structures. And in doing that, we're bringing in some really strong talent out of town. But we're going to bring in some strong talent that's going to assist and support those that are here and local and working this through. But yes, we're going to have everything built so it's very durable, made to last. It's not a once off. We're not going to try to get this done and walk away from it. We're going to have to build for the longevity of the museum.
And how long, Doug, I know this has been a seed for how long?
The original idea for it came in late 2005. So
Okay.
the development hasn't been going on that whole time, but that's when the initial idea for the project came. So we're at the point now that we're in full design mode, looking at the site, trying to secure that. So we're moving good. And we also have another designer. Joe's the main one with Theme Fusion, and then Jonathan Martin out of Nashville, who worked on Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., Ark Encounter, and Holy Land Experience. He's been working on 4 of our escape rooms that will be in the project. So we'll also have escape rooms in addition to the exhibits. So
Escape rooms, what are we
Yes.
escaping from?
the story of Paul and Silas will be an escape
Okay.
room.
Oh, neat.
Jonah and the whale, Daniel and the lion's den, and the Israelite spies will be the 4 concepts
okay.
for those.
All right.
So
And this gentleman that you mentioned did that table, the game table for us. Was he the one that did that for?
no, that's Eric Boston.
Okay,
He's
Eric.
also here in town
Yes.
as well. So he's been working. He works with Joe and does signage, and
Okay.
he's very creative as well. So
Cleveland, as you know, is just a treasure trove of talent.
It
is.
really is. It's
I've-
amazing.
The more rocks you overturn, the more you find out. You know what we need is kind of just right here.
It is, and that's kind of like with music. If you need somebody to sing, then we got them.
That's right.
You need somebody to do art, we've got them. But sometimes you artists don't step out
Right.
and say, "Here I am," because
That
that's
just gets scolded.
Yeah, I think you did. But it was nice, wasn't it?
It
Didn't I
was.
do
That
it?
was very kind.
Thank
we
you.
found you. You're out.
That's right. Now you're out.
Right.
But before, I had heard about Joe does this and Joe does that, and we've got whatever the little university was that was going on, and Joe did all of that, and I thought, I don't believe there really is a Joe. I think they're lying. I think this is 10 people doing this. But anyway, Joe, I finally met you, and I saw that there is a Joe the artist. So
Thank you.
I think this is great, and I really think it's super what y'all are doing.
Well, thank you.
And we're going to be the only one in the world.
That is
The
correct.
first one in the world.
The
It might,
first one.
it might happen
Oh.
again.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, because once everybody sees what a great job y'all have done, then you may be signing contracts to do some more.
The Association of Children's Museum has asked us, since we're the only one with this theme, about getting potential prototypes after we're up and running. So for smaller versions of it in different parts of the country. So those discussions have already
Wow.
started. So it's exciting.
So you've been found.
We have.
I think that's great. All right, we got Alex tells me we're out of time, but any
Okay.
last minute anything that y'all need to say? Because I want to promote this. I want everybody to know what's going on. So Facebook, Trek,
TrekThroughTruth.com.
and
And our phone number is 423-665-9229 at our development office, so you can reach me there by phone if you have questions as well.
And then if anybody would like to make donations, they can just go to Trek Through Truth and
They can be
find out
done
how they do
online,
it.
yes.
Oh, done online?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
Guys, thank you all so much. Anything else? Am I leaving out anything?
I think we've covered it, Nancy. Thank you so
I-
much.
I'm
Thank you.
so thrilled. I think this is going to be awesome, and I don't think people realize because this will be a destination.
Yes.
It's a
And what it's-
60,000 square foot facility. Wow. So it's
That's
bigger
big.
than the Creative Discovery Museum at Chattanooga,
Wow.
just as a scale.
Well, that
So
gives everybody an idea because,
Yes.
we folks, we women especially we look at a blueprint and we think that's either too small or too large,
Right.
but
And he's probably going to tell me I need more room, so we'll see.
Vision takes space.
Yes,
That's
it
right.
does.
Bigger
Yes.
vision takes bigger space.
That's exactly right. And that tree's going to be 25 feet tall, so y'all
That's
just better get
correct.
ready for it, okay?
We are.
Guys, thank you all so
right,
much
thank you
for
very
being on.
much.
Folks, don't go away. I'll be right back with another guest that's going to tell you about a 100th anniversary. And I think this is exciting because I'm a little bit familiar with this town. So watch our commercials, support our sponsors because they pay our bills, and I'll be right back.